color purple. It's one of the only colors that matters. And now, here's the song. Whoop, whoop, that's the sound of the police. Whoop, whoop, that's the sound of the beast. Whoop, whoop, that's the sound of the police. Whoop, whoop, that's the sound of the beast. All right. And now here they are, your venerable host, Carlos Kareem Wyndham. Okay, you know what we're doing. You know what we're doing. You know things. Hi. Hey, everybody. It's, Wednesday? Yes, it's Wednesday. Happy hump day to anyone who is in enough proximity to hump. Congratulations to you, and also go fuck yourself. Let's see. Hey, this is Smoke and Mirrors. This is what we do here, and we talk shit, and I'd like for you to share it, because that's the only way that we build this community, and we are building a community. It's getting larger, and it's wonderful and beautiful. If you share it, that's called passing the J. If you would like to put 5 on it, you can at the Venmo, Cash App, or PayPal. Each of those is at the bottom of the screen right now, and certainly, as have Ruthie, Erica, Amber, Aaron, Seth, Lisa, Kristen, Renisa, Michael, Natalie, Juliet, Tarika, Tracy, Venus, and Jen. Welcome, Jen. New patron Jen. You could join them and become a patron of this bullshit at Smoke and Mirrors CCB, at the Patreon at Smoke and Mirrors CCB. I'm going to be right back, but I want to tell you about a bunch of cool things that are coming up. Hang out. It's not even going to take 30 seconds. It's going to take more than 30 seconds. Fuck off. All right. First of all, is that Thursday, October 22nd, that's tomorrow. I'm going to be sat right here with a very old friend of mine, musician, poet, chef, parent, compadre. That's all I got. Rico Pavon, who is going to be talking about his new project, his new album, produced by Hypnotic, which, of course, I should have written down the title and did not, but we'll come back to that. And we'll be in deep conversation about it tomorrow. Maybe we'll even get a little bit of taste of that. And there's some other shit coming up as well. We'll get back to some more of that. First, I want to let you know that the Healing Revolution Collective Evolution series presented by Subduction Consulting is happening right now. I did my presentation on Tuesday, and what we did is to create our own superheroes, to define and name ourselves in the tradition of Hippolyta. There are 5 more series coming up, maybe 5 more series coming up. You should check them out. All right, that's not a thing yet. Here's me. Well, fuck it. We just got into it. Didn't mean to. You know what? Fuck it. We can't pretend that didn't just happen. Hey. You need some black women, Wonder Woman in your life. You need black Wonder Woman in your life. You just do. I don't know if you need it. You knew you needed this. I don't know if you needed this. That's not a sentence. Oh my God, what's happening? My tongue is falling apart. What are we going to do about it? I don't know, but your finger slipped and you pressed the wrong button too. Shit. Maybe we'll just edit this out. Nah, fuck it. No one's going to notice. Keep going. Okay. So, this is London Silva Shavers in Wonder Woman cosplay. You need more black Wonder Woman in your life daily. And here's a little bit for you. You never knew how good it looked before you saw that just now, did you? Probably not. Okay, so, hi. Did that out of order. Do you have a hot bevy? I hope you do. Thank you so much, Teresa. Appreciate that. This cool scarf is a cool scarf that was a birthday present for this old girl, given to me by my brother, an incredible gift giver who has gift giving resources beyond the scope of my imagination. Um, he's very good at it. He's very good at it. He sees me, lets me know he sees me through the gifts, and I love him. I do. So thank you for that. All right. Not going to be here too long today. It's going to be another shorty, but I do have a few things on Monoggy, a few things I've been thinking about, and most of those do, in fact, have to do with the long overdue respect that is due to Black women and to the Black Wonder Women who run the whole world. The whole world. I don't know if you noticed, but as we were shouting out our supporters, many, if not most of them, are women. And many, if not most of those, are Black women. These are the same people who do most of the voting for Democrats in this country, do most of the organizing, most of the fighting for the rights of the people, most of the distribution of funds to the people, most of the work on behalf of the people if they get funds, and get some of the least funds on the planet for the works that they do. One of those is Shonda Rhimes. Now, there are many things that I would, in any other circumstance, bring up about Shonda Rhimes, not the least of which is that I don't really get her shows. It doesn't matter, though, because what I do get is that the people who do get her shows are huge fans. I believe, if I have my facts correct, that Grey's Anatomy has been on television for 175 years. So the fact that that could even happen is testament to the genius of one Shonda Rhimes. I don't know. I couldn't tell you how many shows that she has made out of that show, but I can tell you that if you watched ABC on a Thursday night for over a decade, you saw 2 or more of her shows that night. She was the cornerstone of ABC. And recently, it was time for her to get that bag. I love when it's time to get the bag. I'm not even... Look, one of the people who gets the bag is the one and only Stephen A. Smith, ESPN Sports. Okay? What you would not believe is how much this brother gets paid to tell you to leave the weed alone on ESPN. It's quite a lot. It's quite a lot. More than any other sportsman telecaster on the televisions. I love that. I love knowing that a Black man is getting that sort of dough. I loved knowing that Shonda had a lock on ABC Thursday. You kidding me? What is better than knowing that? And I love knowing that if I wanted to be in any serious discussion with Black women the next day, I was going to see what was going on. I was going to watch a little Private Practice. I was going to watch a little bit of the Grey's Anatomy. I was going to see what was going on in terms of whether McSteamy is still alive. I need to know. I want to know how I can get away with killing a murderer. I know that's not the name of the show. That's kind of the point of the joke. I want to know how to get away with murder. Anyway, it was time to pay the bag, and the assholes at Disney, after 15 years of time, made a pronounced effort that what they wanted to do was to absolutely drive her price down. They wanted to drive her price down. She had been bringing them viewers for 15 years. If you have a child right now, let's say your child is anywhere between 1 and 18 years old. That means that unless your child was 3 when her first show came on, your child's entire life is the same amount of time that she was on ABC. If your child is younger than 15, your child is younger than her career only at this television station that she was bringing all sorts of eyes of Black and brown women, as well as entertaining the eyes of white women, thereby forcing the eyes of everyone in the nation to look at and know what the fuck was going on. And ABC said, that's too much. She still was willing to try to figure out how to work it out with them. And then what happened is that she and one of her assistants, one of her directors, had requested tickets to go to Disneyland. They said that they could not accommodate that. Home of famous Nazi and Hitler supporter Walt Disney somehow could not accommodate the black woman making all of the money for them. Song of the South Disney. Splash Mountain Disney. It's a small fucking world Disney. Couldn't come up off of the entrance to the park. The $120 for their most preeminent director on televisions to just go in. Well, you will now be able to see Ms. Rhimes on Netflix coming up, and she got the bag. Moral of that story, don't fuck with black women's bags. It's not a good move. Here's another bag that got fucked with recently that I'm not very, very happy with. It does, in fact, impact black women. Now, ride with me here because we're going to talk about a white woman, not white women, to get to black women, because most of the employees in the field that this well underpaid white woman lives in are black women. Okay. Now, the problem with this being that she is still going to be the top paid woman in the entire field as a white woman in this black dominated field. Now, the field I wish to talk about, of course, being the W and to the B to the A. Talking about Sue Bird. Congratulations one more time to Sue Bird and the Seattle Storm. Champions! She got her 4th championship after 17 seasons in the NBA. Hey, look, there's somebody else who did that. That's LeBron James, whatever. You know what, though? Her salary for doing the exact same thing, being in the NBA for 17 seasons, getting her 4th championship, her salary was $215,000. That's quite a fucking lot of money. I would love to earn $215,000. Now, here's the thing, though. Her contemporary in the same field doing the same work earns $37.44 million. $37 million for the same work that she earns $215,000 for. And that $215,000 sure feels like a lot less when you start looking at it that way. And then let's have a look at the bonuses for their winnings, shall we? If we're looking at the bonuses for what happens when they actually get out of having spent 3 months in a fucking bubble, whooped everybody's ass, beat the brakes off of every other player on the floor, entertained millions around the world, and kept your advertisers from suing you. What the NBA did is to reward her $11,300. That is a handsome reward for winning a basketball tournament. I'm not going to lie. That is a lot of money. Unless you compare that to the $370,000 that was given to LeBron James for the same feat. Now, if we think about it in this way, $370,000, I believe, is way more than $215,000. In fact, about $155,000 more. His bonus is $155,000 more than her salary. I think that's what's called differential treatment. I think that's what's called a gender gap, a gender pay gap. And I know I talked about this before briefly, but what happened is that today somebody decided, male presenting person decided that they wanted to have a chat about, yeah, but how much money does LeBron James generate and the NBA generate compared to what the WNBA generates? And here's the thing about that, my friend, my very good friend, about that thing. Here's the thing about that, okay, is that LeBron James generates that much money because he is given that much publicity, because magazines have been putting him on the cover since he was 17 years old in order to get sales on their Sports Illustrateds. And as they've been doing that, and the McDonald's Player of the Year situations, and coming into the NBA so young, he has been followed around by the press for quite some time. They could have been following Sue Bird and giving her just as much publicity. In fact, if you invest properly in having publicity agents, you will find that anybody, me, you, anybody, if you have a publicity agent and enough of them, can be made famous. Being famous is a separate job than being good at what you do. But the more famous you are, if you are good at what you do, if you're in an industry with a lot of money, the more money that industry can make off of you. And then you, too, can make a lot of money. Now, while we think about how much money LeBron James makes, and that is an obscene amount of money for one human being to make, you got to keep in mind that if he's making that as a field worker, the owners, that's what they call themselves, are making enough that is chump change. That's chump change. You know what I mean? And he makes so much that her $200,000 salary is chump change. And again, most of the people who are going to be working for, employed in the NBA, in particular on the field, are going to be who? Black women. How many WNBA players can you name? I can name frightfully few. It's not a contest, but I'd know a lot more if the name was forced down my fucking gullet, the same as Michael Jordan or goddamn LeBron James. I'll say this too, the superficial bullshit ass argument of who makes more money, that's ridiculous. That's the same argument that was being made by Disney about whether or not there needs to be a Black Panther movie. Why white people were like, well, this is stupid. Why are black people so happy? And then the Black Panther ends up being the highest grossing superhero movie of all time at the time that it came out. Of all time. Every time. More than the Avengers, more than any team movie, just the Black Panther by himself. If the company, the NBA, invested in its product, the WNBA, and publicizing it, and what they do, which is to play better basketball than the men do, maybe we'd know more people than Sue Bird. And maybe the pay would be more equitable. Also, here's the thing that could be done. Cut his pay in half, give it to her. I don't know. I'm not here for fair. I'm just here for balance. I'm not here for fair. I'm only here for balance. This isn't Fox News. Go fuck yourself. Anyway, it was coming up to my mind that the other black woman who's getting a little bit of short shrift right now, short shrift. What the fuck is the phrase? I don't know it. Is Kamala. Now, you can see her here wishing a motherfucker would. I don't mean to lionize this person, okay? In her former life, she was a federal prosecutor, and federal prosecutors do bad shit. They do things that I'm not with that job or a worldview that allows for that job to be an acceptable option in your life. Those things for me don't make sense. Here's the other thing, though. She's not one of those now. And when she was one, while she did lock up an extraordinarily large amount of black people who didn't need to be locked up for some bullshit, she also worked on more reform in terms of who could and could not get locked up than anybody else prior to her, and prevented many, 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 many more. And one of the most famous people who she had locked up, who was a reality star of some measure, has since said, hey, you know what? I'm actually backing her, and you need to back her too. So when that starts happening, and then I watch the debate between she and a rotting jar of mayonnaise surrounded by flies, and I think to myself, yeah. They're all evil, but man, when we have these fallacious arguments about why would you vote for the lesser of two evils, my question is this: one of them is coming. There's nothing that you can do about it, and you could actually prevent the greatest evil from happening to you. Why would that not be the choice? I don't get it. It is such white shit to say. That is the equivalent of like, well, I'm just making making the argument on behalf of the devil here. I'm playing devil's advocate, and I just want to say, no. We're not having a talk where you invite the devil to the table and begin advocating. Fuck you. That's not what we're doing right now. Right now, what we're doing is trying to keep the entire globe from being pushed off of a cliff by a fucking radicalized Nazi who is a hunger-mongering? God damn it, you did it again. What is happening? Listen, I was a little sleepy. I was having a nap earlier, and now I'm having a hard time remembering words. What do you want me to do? I would like you to get your words right. I would like you to figure it out. I would like you to get it straight. I'm trying. Just try a little bit harder. It's okay. I love you. Thank you. Anyway, vote for goddamn Biden. Fuck Biden. I don't want him. But you know what I don't want more? I don't want more permission for Nazis to keep acting like Nazis. So could you please? Do I believe the statistic that I just read that 36% of black men are not in favor of Kamala Harris? Kamala Harris, I am so sorry. Yeah, I do believe it. And I'm also going to say that I did mispronounce her name just now. And I did it because I keep hearing her name pronounced incorrectly on the goddamn news and everywhere around the fucking country. Kamala. Like, calm the fuck down, country. Like Mamala. It's not that hard. Anyway, I do hope that she's our next vice president, and I hope that happens very, very soon. Anyway, that's it. That's all I had today. Hope you're having a nice day. Hope you're finding a pleasurable thing in the world, a way to be loved by somebody, way to love yourself. Oh, hey, did you notice that the set looks a little better, a little brighter? The new lighting system is here, so it's not going to be like all dark and fucked off in the back as winter comes anymore. And now the corner of my apartment that serves as the studio, it's ridiculous what's happening over here. It looks like it's just not. I don't want to live and work at home anymore. I want this over. I want the whole pandemic over, and for the pandemic to be over, we're going to have to listen to science, which is, again, the thing that Kamala and Joe were being criticized for potentially doing by the goddamn incumbent rapist, impeached president of the United States. Would you please fucking vote? Please. Hi. On Tuesday, October the 27th, I'm going to be sat here with comedian Tabloid in Las Vegas, Nevada. Tab is a brilliant and hilarious and genius comedian, and I do hope that you will join me for that. And I also want to let you know that this very, very Friday, yes, we are doing 5 days this week. I know I normally do 4, but I want to do 5 because, of course, I am going to be here with Rico tomorrow. But on Friday, I am going to be sat here with Erin Wallace. She is the band leader of a little band called Wallace, and we are going to be talking about her music making, her life in art, all of those good things, and of course the release of the new album, And We Ride, from that band Wallace. That's going to be happening on Sunday, October the 25th. It is a live stream release. There will be 10 lucky people in the audience, and you're not going to be one of them. So what you want to do is go ahead and watch it like this and buy an album anyway. Thank you, fuckface. Also, I don't know what I'm doing. I'm not feeling very balanced right now. I just want to put that out. I may or may not have been looking at Netflix Trial of the Chicago 7 movie like minutes before we did this, and it may have gotten me a little riled up. I'm gonna not do that the next time we're enjoying some time together under the tree. What I'm going to do next is I'm going to listen to Rico Pavon's record because he's going to be here with me tomorrow, and I want to be able to speak in some intelligible way about his new album, including knowing the title. And I slept a little bit. Thank you, Lisa. I did actually manage to, after 2 nights of insomnia, get some sleep last night, and my body's still super tired. I still haven't determined if this insomnia is coming from my regular anxiety, if it's coming from election-induced anxiety, if it's coming from police state anxiety, if it's coming from eating order anxiety, or if it's just coming from black and white capitalist patriarchal America anxiety, which I think covers that entire kaleidoscope of oppression. Anyway, yes, I have been getting a little sleep. Thank you. Thank you, friend. No, please, though, do come to the Wallace and We Ride record release. We would very much love to have you there. Hey, this has been another episode of Smoke and Mirrors. Thank you for spending some time under the philosopher's tree, even when I'm a little slurry in the mouth from a lack of sleep. I'm going to get some tonight, though. So when Rico and I are here talking tomorrow, it's going to make sense. In the meantime, if you'd like to see more of what's going on in the little world of Smoke and Mirrors, you can go over to the IG. That's at Smoke and Mirrors CCB. That's for comedy. That's for culture. And that's for bullshit. All 3 are provided here at least 4 days a week and sometimes 5. If you're interested in knowing any of my Twitter thoughts, that's all right. You could do that too. That's a Caballo Negrito. Cabaonegrito. Aya is LL for all of the Spanish illiterates. And I would love to hear from you. I really would. I would love to hear ideas about the show. I would love to hear what the show means to you. I would love to hear you tell me fuck off. I would love to tell you who should be on the show. Tell me if you know a speech therapist who can help me out with whatever the fuck is going on with my mouth. All of those things you could do at the Smoke and Mirrors CCB Gmail. That is Smoke and Mirrors CCB at gmail.com. And if you drop a line there, we're going to read it and we are going to respond. Wow, mouth. Here, there, everywhere. I do not like this, Sam. I am. And it's going to be okay. It's going to be okay because I love me and I love you. This is an event that is produced by myself, Carlos Karim Wyndham. It is also produced by Tracy Tatamy, who I'm sure is going to have a thing or two to say about my stumbly bumbly mouth once we get done with this. Hey, would you please be back here tomorrow when I'm talking to Rico and we're doing something? I'd love that. Why? Because I love you. Take care of yourself. Take care of each other. Don't go outside. But if you do, wear a fucking mask. And then when you get back inside, wash your hands. I already said the other things at the beginning of it. So now I'm just going to say bye bye.